Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shanice. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my plants and how God used that real life physical example to show me what I'm experiencing in my life. And had I not been where I am now on my journey, I definitely wouldn't have caught what he was doing. So when we purchased our home, I had someone tell me that every home needs a plant and a pet. Well, we no longer have a pet, but we had a plant that we got shortly after we moved in. This particular type of plant is called a mascane. It likes bright light, but it can't have too much light. So we had it in our dining room, which is, it's a fairly bright room, but because there's a little cleft from our roof, it kind of limits the amount of light that actually comes into the room. It's still bright, but it's not as bright as some of the other rooms in our house. So I started off watering her just once a week. And so every once in a while, she would get a few brown leaves here and there. And so me not having a green thumb, me not knowing, anything about any plants, I was like, maybe she's not getting enough water. So on one particular Sunday, I watered her with 4 bottles of water and set her outside because I was like, she's probably not getting enough sun and she's probably being underwater. She was out there for like 45 minutes. I looked out the window and her leaves were like shriveled up, like she was very upset. She was not happy. She was trying to get away from the sun. So I brought her back in the house within 4 days. Okay, so I forgot to mention, before I watered her and set her outside, I cut off all the brown leaves. I believe at that time it was probably like maybe 6 brown leaves. Cut those off or, broke them off, watered her, set her outside. From that Sunday when I did all of that to that following Thursday, so 4 days, there were like 8 brown leaves. Like some of the longer leaves, you can tell they had been around for a while. Even some of the longer leaves were brown, like almost up to the roots. The new leaves growing in were brown. Some of them were yellow. And I was like, oh my goodness, I want her to live. Like I want her to grow strong and healthy and everything. So I made up in my mind that I was going to repot her. And God gave me this video idea. He told me what it was gonna be. But I didn't put it all together. Like I didn't have the revelation until later on. So I went to Lowe's and I found a cute little pot for her. Of course, I went to TikTok and I just put in repotting mascane. And through some of the videos I was watching, I saw one particular lady mention pruning. She said, pruning my mascane. I was like, pruning? Like, that's biblical. I do know that sometimes our apps have a way of tracking what we're watching or searching, across apps. But at this season in my life, I don't believe anything is a coincidence. So I got on YouTube and the video popped up. You're in your pruning season. I believe her name is Melody Alisa. I'll link her channel, but I love her channel. She talked about pruning, talked about how God rids you of anything that's dead, anything that does not bear fruit. And, he gets rid of all of that so that you can produce fruit. Literally what God is doing in me right now in my life, he is giving me a physical representation of that through my plant. And so, I know I said I don't believe anything is a coincidence, but I also want to just be honest and say, I did search, I went to her shorts page to see if that was a recent video, because, most of the time YouTube will give you videos that, if you're subscribed to a particular channel, they will show you that person's most recent videos. They're not going to show you something from 2 years ago if they just posted something recently, right? I went to her page to see if that was a recent video, because then I was like, okay, that would explain why it's showing up now, and it wasn't. That was actually a very old short video of hers. And so I was like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I see you. I see you, Father. Thank you. I came home. I was super excited. I picked up me some potting soil. Didn't even pay attention to what the name said. So when I got home and I looked at it and it said perfect for succulents, I was like, it's not a succulent. But I repotted her, and I got off all of her dead leaves, and I, cut down the pieces that needed to be cut, and then things that the entire leaf was pretty much brown, I just got rid of that altogether. And that's exactly what God is doing in my life. He is literally showing me, the areas that I am flawed. And it's so funny because literally when I asked God, he had already been working on me, but I was like, I was just craving more. I was just hungry for more. And so actually when I was doing my hair, God gave me this hairstyle as well, and he gave me the strength to do it. He gave me grace to stay up and do it. But I was asking God to show me areas in my life that I'm flawed. Bring it to light, because a lot of times we don't even realize that, that there's things that we're doing. Like, of course, there's obvious things that we know God don't like that. But then there may be some, little subtle things that, is just not pleasing to him. And so I genuinely came to him and asked him to show me, and he did, and he has been doing that. And so it's hard. It's not even hard, because I want it. Like, I want to bear fruit. The Bible tells us, by their fruit you will know them. And so I want to bear all of this fruit of the Holy Spirit. It's not that it's hard. It's kind of just like, it's interesting to see or to think like, I didn't even realize I was flawed in that area. I didn't realize I was battling that, or I didn't realize that stronghold was present. And so he's just getting rid of all of the dead stuff, just preparing me and pruning me and helping me to, realize that, this is an area that I need to work on. I loved on my baby. I prayed over her, and she is doing much better. And so we are just going to take it one day at a time, and know that, each day we just keep getting better. Each day we're getting rid of, anything that doesn't bear fruit, and replacing it with the fruit of the Spirit, and it's just one foot in front of the other, just, working, walking, and growing, and, continuing to seek him, listening for his voice, praying and fasting, in alignment with him, and doing what he wants me to do. Even the conversations that I have, just asking him to just go before me to guide my thoughts as I pray, in situations where I would have been very quick to respond in one way, God is like, just hold on, take a step back, let the Holy Spirit guide you. It's so nice to just see him work, to see him just do everything that he's doing in my life. I'm just going to end the video right there. I feel like I've said enough. God told me how he wanted me to do these videos, so we're not gonna do a 40-minute video right now. I hope through my stories and my testimonies that you see God's love and his grace. Remember that he is your help in every single thing. In everything that you do in your life, he is your help, and he is perfect in all of his ways.